everybody, my name is Alex. This is Alex C. Wilson Wellness, and today we're going to be moving through a yoga practice that's going to help you feel your best, particularly if you are a primary Pitta Dosha person. So if you don't know a lot about Ayurveda, being a primary Pitta Dosha person means that you have a lot of excess heat in your body. Maybe you sweat a lot, maybe you get hot really easily, maybe you get angry or agitated really easily. Maybe you find that you don't have a lot of patience. These are all Pitta related traits when Pitta starts to get out of balance. And so this practice is going to help to balance you so that you feel your best. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started lying flat on the mat on our backs. I will meet you there. All right. So as you find your way down onto your back, we're going to start right away with some movement. Let's hug the knees into the chest and give yourself a little rock from side to side. And start to breathe and just tune in with your breath and notice how your breath is showing up for you today. Can you start to deepen your breath? Slow your breath down. As we move through practice, we're going to move towards creating a sort of a sense of fluidity with the breath and the movements. But we're going to start where we are. So whatever your breath feels like right now, whatever way you feel like moving, allow that to be. And we're going to go ahead and move into some yoga bicycles. So hands are going to come behind the head, and then the calves will come parallel to the mat, knees right over the hips. And then on the exhale, left elbow to right knee, inhale back to center, exhale, left elbow to right knee or right elbow to left knee. It's opposite knee, opposite elbow. Back to center, and then exhale, back and forth. So you can kind of take these at whatever pace feels right for you, moving at the pace of your own breath, whatever that is currently. So we're activating through the core, a little bit through the obliques, getting fired up through the core, accessing that inner heat that we naturally have so much of if we're Pitta people. And we're going to start to calm that fire as we move through our practice. Really good. Let's do one more each side. And then back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then feet flat to the mat. We'll take a bridge pose just to sort of stretch out the abdomen. Arms are down alongside you, heels as close to the glutes as is comfortable. Press the hips in, or press the feet into the mat, lift the hips. Bring the shoulder blades towards one another as the hands clasp together underneath the back, and lift, lift, lift as high as is comfortable. Keep the chin away from the chest and breathe. And then release. Hips come all the way down, space the feet to the edges of the mat, and let's just shift the knees from side to side a few times, moving at whatever pace feels right for you in this moment. And then we'll come back to center and hug the knees and rock up to a seated position before we make our way onto hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll start to move through cat-cow. Now let's see if we can slow the movement or slow the breath down and then match the movement to the breath. So on the inhale, lift your chest, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. On the exhale, round your back, pull your belly button towards your spine, let your head move down between your arms. And then inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, belly button moves towards the spine, head drops down between the arms. And then again, inhale, lift the chest, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. This time we'll add on. Exhale, round the back, pull the belly button towards the spine, start to bring the hips back towards the heels. Let's see if we can create some fluidity with the body, with the movement, with the breath. On the inhale, all the way up to your cow stretch, lifting chest, tailbone, and gaze. Exhale, round the back, hips back towards the heels. We're moving in a wave-like motion. Forearms come all the way down. And then inhale, come forward. Peel the forearms up off the mat as you lift the chest, the tailbone, the gaze. Exhale, round the back. Hips come all the way back towards the heels. Forearms rest down. Inhale, slide forward. Peel the forearms up off the mat. Lift the chest, the tailbone, the gaze. Exhale. Round the back, hips back towards the heels. Let's take a few more rounds. Go at your pace. Try to find fluidity with the breath and with the movement. And one more time, hips back towards the heels. And settle into your child's pose. Let's take a couple breaths here. And then maybe side out. Sighing is a great way to release heat, so we might do a lot of sighing in this practice just as a means of releasing that excess heat that comes with being a Pitta person. Let's come to hands and knees. And then from hands and knees, we're going to bring the right foot forward between the hands to set up for a low lunge. We're going to scooch that left knee back, creating space between the left knee and the front right foot. And then we're going to start to move with the breath with some fluidity. So, here we go. On the inhale, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the front leg on the exhale. Hands come all the way down. Inhale, come forward. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lengthen the leg. Arms come all the way down. So we're creating a fluid movement here. Inhale, forward, reach up. Exhale, lengthen the leg, hands back down. Keep going. Inhale, forward, reach the arms up. Slow your movements. And slow your breath. One more time, inhale forward. Arms reach up, pause here. Side out. And then exhale the hands all the way down, really good. Let's step back to a downward facing dog for a moment. Maybe you pedal the feet a few times, back and forth. And then we're going to bring the left foot forward and set up for that low lunge on the other side. And we're going to do that same movement on the inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, lengthen the leg and fold down. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, lengthen the leg and fold down again. One more time, this time we'll pause and hold. Find your low lunge. Hold it here. And then exhale the hands down to frame the foot, and let's step back to our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Pedal the feet a little bit more, add that little bit of movement, get adjusted into your downward dog. And then we're going to flow through vinyasa in this practice, but we're going to do it really slowly with the breath. So on your next inhale, slowly roll forward into your plank pose, taking the entire inhale to get there. And then the next exhale, entire exhale, lower down chaturanga, entire inhale into your upward facing dog. And then your entire exhale into your downward dog. Awesome, really good. Alrighty, so from here we're going to step the right foot forward and we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. And we're going to pause here for a few breaths. And let's just take a couple breaths here. Allow the upper body to rest down towards the legs, hands resting on the mat or on the ankles. wherever it's comfortable. And then we're going to start to add a little bit of movement here, flowing with the breath, with some fluidity if possible. So first, tune into the breath. And then on the inhale, see if you can start to slowly lift up about halfway, pause, and then exhale all the way back down, hands come to the mat. And then again, inhale, lift, exhale, flow down, release. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, flow and release. One more time, inhale, lift. This time we pause, strong here, arms reaching forward, fingertips facing towards the long edge of the mat, towards the front of the room. Hips are pressing back, legs are long, spine is long, belly button pulling towards the spine. And then sigh it out as you fold all the way down, bend into one knee and then the other, flowing back and forth as gracefully as possible, nice and slow, fluid with the breath. Beautiful. The next time you bend into the right knee, let's stay there. Bending nicely into the right knee. We're going to turn the right toes forward towards the front, lining the heel up with the inside edge of the back foot. And then the right hand rests on the inside of the right foot, deep bend in that knee. And we're going to inhale, reach the arm up into a side angle pose. Exhale, bring the arm down. And then again, inhale, reach the arm all the way up, and then exhale, all the way down again. Fluid movements with your breath. See if the movement and the breath can be continuous. So each inhale leads directly into each exhale, and each movement leads directly into each next movement. One more time, inhale, reach. Pause, hold it here, breathe. Can you keep your breath fluid and continuous? And then strengthen through the obliques. We're going to rise all the way up into a warrior two. Awesome. Arms reaching in opposite directions. Strong bend in the front knee. And then we'll flow with the breath fluidly again. On the inhale, front palm reaches towards the ceiling. Back hand rests on the back leg. And all the way back. And then exhale, find your way back into a warrior two. And then again, inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Again, inhale, reach. And exhale, warrior two. Keep going. One more time. And then we'll settle back into our warrior two. Pause here. See if you can allow your body to just move naturally with your breath. Letting go of any rigidity, any stiffness. And then soften the arms, lengthen the front leg, turn the toes. Let's come back to our wide-legged fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly fold all the way down, rounding the back as you reach down towards the mat with the hands. We'll bend into the right knee. And then into the left. Back and forth. And then the next time you come down to the left knee, let's pause and hold it here. We're going to spin the left toes towards the back of the mat, lining the heel up with the inside edge of the back foot. And then the left hand rests on the inside of the left foot as we inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling for that side angle pose. And then exhale all the way back down. Inhale, reach and lift. Exhale down. Find fluidity with your movements, find grace. One more time, inhale, reach. Pause, hold it here. And then strong through the obliques, lift up. Warrior two. And then with the breath, we'll start to move. Inhale, front fingertips reach up, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Again, inhale, reach. And exhale, warrior two, inhale, reach. Trying to release any rigidity out of your movement, letting your body be fluid, letting your breath be fluid, graceful. And then settle back into your warrior two. Let your body naturally move with your breath. Just let it be. Soften the arms, turn the toes. One more time, wide-legged fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way down. Find your wide-legged forward fold. Bend into the left knee. Come to center. Bend into the right knee. Back to center. Just back and forth one more time. And then find your way to center, walk your hands around to the front of the mat and frame the foot, step back, downward facing dog. And then let's just get strong here for a moment, hands pressing firmly into the mat. On the inhale, roll forward nice and slow, all the way into plank pose, pause here. And then on the exhale, slow lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, slow lift up. Upward dog. And then exhale, slow transition back to downward facing dog. Sigh it out as much as you need to. And then let's bring the knees down onto the mat. And we're going to set up for a modified side plank and work a little bit more into the obliques. So find your way to hands and knees. And then kickstand the right foot out to the side, left toes come behind you, come to the inside edge of the left foot, right hand below the face, left fingertips reach up towards the ceiling and then forward towards the front of the mat. And then lift the back leg up so that it comes parallel to the mat, find some balance. And then exhale, elbow to knee, inhale, lengthen. Nice and slow, exhale. elbow to knee, inhale, lengthen. Again, exhale, elbow to knee, inhale, lengthen. Keep moving slow and controlled. Find grace in your movements. And then one more time. Pause here, reaching long. And then exhale the hand down, the knee down. Let's take a moment in cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Tailbone and gaze. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round the back. Awesome. You can stay right where you are. I'm going to turn around on my mat so that I don't turn my back to you. And we're going to do our side plank on the other side. So this time the left foot kickstands to the side, left hand below the face, right toes behind you, inside edge of the right foot, and then and then the right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling, and then forward towards the front. Lift the right leg off the mat so that it comes parallel. Exhale. Knee to elbow, inhale, lengthen. Slow and controlled movements. One more time, exhale, pull the knee and the elbow in towards one another, and then inhale, lengthen and pause. And then exhale the hand and the knee all the way down. Let's take a moment, sitting back and just find the breath. Sigh it out. Again, inhale. Sigh it out. One more time, inhale. And sigh it out. Let's come back to our downward facing dog. I'm gonna bring my hands to the front of the mat, curl my toes, lift my hips up and back, press my chest towards my thighs. And from here, inhale, look forward between the hands. Start to travel your feet to the top of the mat, nice and slow. And forward fold, bend the knees. Upper body rests and softens down towards the legs. On the inhale, slow lift up halfway. Exhale, slow lower down. And then inhale, all the way up to standing. Sigh it out, hands down to heart center. Beautiful. Let's turn back towards the long edge of the mat, taking the feet wide. And from here, we're going to set up for a triangle pose, and then eventually coming into half moon. So if you know that you'd like to use a block for your half moon pose, make sure you have the block handy, about a foot in front of your front foot. And then find your triangle footing, so the front foot faces towards the front of the mat, towards the block, the back foot faces towards the long edge of the mat. Hands at the hips, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, slowly come down for triangle pose. Inhale, bend the knee. Come back up, and then exhale, lengthen the leg, triangle pose. Inhale, bend the knee. Come back up. Exhale, lengthen the leg, lower down, triangle pose. Keep going. Beautiful. Let's come back all the way up Arms reach out in opposite directions. And here we go, setting up for our half moon pose. See if you can be very graceful in your transition, bringing the weight into the front foot, getting light on the back toes, and then slowly lifting the back leg as the hand comes down to the mat or the block. Flex the foot, fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling or hand to the hip for a little bit of added support. If you need to wobble around, that's okay. And we're gonna hold in stillness here, but can you allow your breath to still be fluid? And then take the back foot down, nice and slow. Find your way to a warrior two. Soften the arms, lengthen the leg, and then we're going to turn and face the back of the mat for the same work on the other side. I'm going to shift my block to the back of the mat, and then find my triangle feet. Back toes facing towards the block, opposite toes facing towards the long edge of the mat. Hands to the hips, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale. Triangle pose, inhale, bend the knee, come up. Exhale, lengthen and lower, fluid with the breath. All the way back up, lengthen the front leg, reach the arms out. Let's gracefully come into our half moon pose, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Find strength and stability here, but let the breath be fluid. Slow and controlled, come on out. Lengthen both legs, take the arms down. One more time, wide-legged fold. Hands to the hips, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. All the way down, sigh it out if you need to. Releasing that excess heat from the body. Good. Move your block out of the way and then find your way back to a downward facing dog. Last opportunity to flow through. We're going to go slow. Inhale forward into your plank pose. Slow exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. Slow inhale, lift up. Upward facing dog, and then slow exhale. Downward facing dog. Really good. And then we'll take the knees down onto the mat and then shift our way into a beautiful little child's pose. Head rests down onto the mat. And sigh it out one more time. And then from child's pose, let's find our way up to a comfortable seated position on the mat. We'll let the legs be crossed or just sit in any way that's comfortable for your body. Lengthen through the spine. And then we'll walk the left hand over to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you on the mat as we twist over towards the right side of the room. A couple breaths. And then soften back to center. We'll walk gently in the opposite direction. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind you as you twist over towards the left. And then soften your way back to center. We're going to bring the legs out long in front to set up for a forward fold. You can add any amount of bend into your knees. That's helpful for you as you create space for yourself in this fold. Inhale, lengthen, keep your feet flexed, and then exhale, bring your torso down towards your thighs as much as possible without rounding the back. Pause at that place where you start to feel stuck, and then inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, see if you can't come down just a little bit further without rounding the back. And then inhale, lengthen one more time. And exhale all the way down into your seated forward fold. Let the arms soften, no pulling. Just let your body be. Release the desire to be anywhere but where you are in this moment. Sigh it out. And then inhale, lift up. And find your way all the way down onto your back, and we'll set up for Shavasana. First, hug the knees in towards the chest. Maybe you give yourself a little rock from side to side if you like the way that feels. And then let the feet come flat onto the mat. Extend the legs long, take up space, get comfortable. And allow your body to release down into the support of the ground beneath you. Notice, as you lean into the support of the ground, your body is able to release all the last remaining bits of tension, gripping, and holding that you might have stored in your body. And as your body settles, bring your awareness to the point between your eyebrows, right at the center of your forehead. Let your awareness linger there for a moment. And then shift your awareness down to the point at the center of your throat. And then into your right shoulder, your right elbow, right wrist, your right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, back to your right wrist, your right elbow, your right shoulder, and the center of your throat. And then awareness moves to the left shoulder, the left elbow, the left wrist, tip of the left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. And then back to the left wrist, the left elbow, the left shoulder, the center of the throat. And then awareness moves down to the point at the center of your chest. And then over into the right side of your chest. Back to the center of your chest. And then into the left side of your chest. And then come back to the center of the chest. And then move your awareness down to the point above your navel. To the point below your navel. And then your left hip, left knee, left ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, left knee, left hip, the point below your navel. And then move your awareness to the right hip, the right knee, right ankle, tip of the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, right knee, right hip, the point below your navel, above your navel, at the center of your chest, the center of your throat, back to the point between your eyebrows. Now become aware of all of these points at once, so that you're aware of your whole body. And as you breathe, let your breath flood to each of these points, so that your whole body begins to breathe. And then for the next few moments, as your body breathes, you rest. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your ankles and wrists. Gradually bringing more and more movement back to your body in any way that might feel nice or helpful as you start to come back to life. Maybe you'd like to roll off and rest on one side for a few rounds of breath, allowing yourself to be fully supported by the ground beneath you just for another moment. And then when you're ready, start to make your way up to a comfortable seated position on the mat, and let your eyes rest closed or fixed softly at a focal point. Find stillness, and take a moment to connect with the feeling that exists inside of you right now. And check in. How do you feel? I hope that you're feeling good, that you're feeling your best, and I hope that you can hold on to this feeling as you move throughout your day. Gather hands together at Heart Center. We'll take a moment of gratitude. Together we give thanks for every moment of joy, peace, beauty, and bliss that we are blessed with in this life. And I give so much thanks for each of you. Namaste. If you liked this video, please give it a little thumbs up for me, or consider subscribing to my channel to receive updates on new videos as they're released. Maybe you have a friend who needs a practice like this in their life. If so, share it with them. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.